Welcome to this CareTrac personal health record training video. In this video, we want to take a look at privacy settings and how to manage those. We'll start out at the home page of your personal health record. And we're going to go over here to the provider section, which is where you would select people who have permission to view your information in this health record. If somebody doesn't show up in this list here or in this list here, then they do not have permission to see your information in any way, shape, or form. If they are in this list here or in this list of family members or trusted people, then they do have permissions, but you control what they can see. In the case of the provider or facility list right here we have, this is a facility. There's not a person, it is a facility, which means that everyone who provides care at this facility, whether it's a therapist or a case manager or a doctor or a nurse, would have access to this record because the privacy preferences, which are here, are set to public and public. By the same token, here we have, this is a test user, but it's a provider, which would mean this would be like a doctor, or this would be a case manager or a therapist. And this is the individual person, so not everybody at the whole place. This is just this one single person, and they have the privacy preferences set for public and public. Let's take a look at what that means. We do that by clicking right on the words, and it takes us to this screen here. And here you can see the various settings. There's two settings for your online relationship with the provider, and there's two settings for the information that that provider puts into your record. My recommendation is that you start at the top and read all of this information on this page because it's very important information and it will help you feel at ease about the information that is in your record. The other important thing is that you control these settings. No one else is able to change this except you or people that you give permission to change the settings. So if we look here, we see we have public and private for the provider, and we see we have public and private for the information. We control access to the information by clicking on combinations of these buttons. So for instance, I have public here for the online relationship with the provider, and I have public with the medical history and health information from this provider, which means that anyone at this organization and this provider can see the information. However, if I click this button here, the private button, then people who have given permission to my record can see that I have some relationship with this provider, but they are unable to see the information that provider puts in the record. This is helpful if you want to indicate to people that you have a relationship with a particular provider, but you don't want to share that information necessarily with everyone. Then we can also change here from public to private with the provider name. And so now we see that everything is private. Only the provider themselves and you can see this information. We're unable to make the information public. You'll see the sign comes up that prevents us from clicking on the public, and that's because we've set private here. If I go back to public, then I'm able to choose public also. The benefit of public and public is that all the providers that you have given access to your record will be able to see the information, which can provide the most benefit for you. The benefit to private and private is that you know that your information will only be seen by that health information provider and you. This is also the least helpful to the other care providers. It's important to note that even if you choose private and private, it will in no way affect the kind of help and coverage you get from your providers. They understand and respect your decisions on what to do with your privacy, the confidentiality of your information. Most people tend to leave it at public and public because it's able to share the information with the other providers. So let's leave that here with public and save. Here's a screen that comes up that says you're making a change, are you sure? And so you say yes. You can change these settings anytime you want. It's okay to change them back and forth repeatedly. Note that if I change this to private, and this is private, and I save, you'll see that the Des Moines Valley Health and Human Services and this provider here, who is at Des Moines Valley, both have changed to private. And when I go back in and change it again, and let's say I make it public and private, and I save, and yes, it works for both of them, public and private, for both the facility and for the provider. If you have providers from other facilities, such as Southern Prairie or Southwest Health and Human Services, that setting would not change. It only works when it's in the same facility and the providers associated with that facility. That is how you manage the privacy preferences in your provider page to control what providers and what people can see your health information. Let's go back to the home page now. And there we are. Thank you for watching this CareTrac personal health record training video.